Welcome to the beautiful game. This is Will Gonzalez. I am going to talk about Newcastle, and I think players that I personally think they need to bring in this window. So let's get going. The first three, honestly, they are pretty good. They just need more depth all around the field. Uh, Whatever Hugh is playing, he is playing really well, or coaching very well for them, and they just need depth in the defense, midfield, and even striker, like all around. So here are some midfield or attackers that I would recommend that they could bring in this January window, whether they're rumored or not. So first one, I've mentioned him in other videos, and you can see those down in the description. Enzo Fernandez. He is amazing. I want to see him in the Prem. I don't care what team he goes to. He needs to be in the Premier League, not the French league. They probably can't afford him unless you're PSG because it's a crap league. But not the Spanish league, not the German or the Serie A. I want to see him in the Premier League, the best of the best league, the best of the best players. And he is a rising star. I think he would be an asset to Newcastle United. Why? Because he drives the ball forward. He draws players away to create space for others. And he plays defense. He's just a two-way player. He wins the ball and has the ability to quickly counter or create get rid of the ball to someone to start a counter. He is my number one pick for Newcastle. For several other teams. I just want to see him. Then another one, these next two are wingers, but they could be potentially like wing backs, depending on how you see it, more like attacking wing backs against like weaker opponents like Burnley or Brentford, or someone that will sit back a little bit more, where you will be forced to have the ball and go forward into the attack right away. So Jack Harris, he's quick, he has stamina, or at least in FM22 he did. Dribbling, this is not because I'm looking at FM 2022. I'm going with what I noticed. He's a fairly decent crosser. Sometimes him and Brendan Aronson, they can't deliver crosses very well. They need someone that can do that. But he is an honorable mention mostly because he could play on the left side or the right. He could play defense, whatever. Unlike number 3, he can kind of play defense. And my number 3 is Captain America, Christian Pulisic. Not really. I don't really think this will happen. If it does, it would be a short-term loan with an option to buy in the summer, just to give him potentially playing time if Newcastle have some injury crisis going on that we're not aware about. He looks better playing for the US than he did for Chelsea, but even for Chelsea, he was creating more opportunities. He was the number 4 player in the World Cup, and only in to the round of 16 to have the most dribbles in the box. Are you freaking kidding me? But this guy isn't playing for Chelsea. He isn't starting for Chelsea on a regular basis, along with Ziyech. This one, believe it or not, isn't even on my list. But I think Ziyech, I'm probably saying his name wrong, but would be a great fit as well for Newcastle United if they need more depth. They'd be pretty cheap, whether it be a loan deal or even bring both of them. Newcastle can afford them, but anyways, I really do think Enzo Fernandez would be a great fit. Here's the problem. He will not move until June, probably. The June or July. Maybe August, obviously. But the reason for that, Champions League. Benfica's in the Champions League, and he's the reason why they have gotten further in the Champions League. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts, your opinions. Comment down below who you think Newcastle should bring on. And until next time, or until the next video between now and then, stay classy, all right?